Hi all, this is my first attempt to put sound to video. I'm going to give a quick demo of my wheat farm version 2.0. First, however, here is wheat farm version 1.0. It's a pretty standard step-based wheat farm, water harvested. See as we walk up here that there are pistons holding back the water and a row of wheat. The center channel holds a flow of water that keeps the dirt blocks that the wheat grows on moist. Hydrated, I guess is the proper word. Come around here. This is the exposed redstone controlling the floodgates. And the water rushes down, harvesting the wheat and seeds, bringing everything down to the trench. The reason I have since torn down version 1 is that it's huge and it's ugly and it takes up pretty much an entire quadrant of my compound here, and I never really liked it. It also lags the game. The water flow every time it gets updated. It's hard to see on this laptop, but on my old one it was pretty painful. So as the water flow ends, open the door. If you keep an eye on my inventory, you can see that the harvest was always really good. And then normally what I would do from here is replant the whole thing. Here we have Wheat Farm version 2.0. I just finished it a couple days ago. It is a diamond-shaped wheat farm. We do the diamond because that's the way water naturally flows. If you drop it on a bucket, it goes here. We'll demonstrate. If you drop water down, it will flush off all of my torches. Let's speed walk down to my lab real quick, where I can drop water without ruining any infrastructure. This is my lab. It's an unexpected stop on the tour. See there, I was playing with some minecart-based timing circuits. Those are in place elsewhere, doing their work. As I was saying, if you drop water just down on a flat surface without any holes for it to head towards, it naturally forms this diamond pattern. And I'll jump cut us back to the wheat farm. So the idea behind this wheat farm was that using the diamond-based pattern, I could use one block of water, which you can see up there. I'll give us a little bit of a better look. You can see the water block up there, just waiting, held back by a piston, waiting to be dropped down on the center and wash away all of the wheat. It should be washed into these channels. Full disclosure, I actually haven't tested this yet, but there shouldn't be any dead spots. The only dead spot will be this little bridge here, and I think I possibly have a solution for that. The water flows out from under there. You can see I've taken advantage of the fact that we're in a snowy biome. The wheat will all fall into these channels, which are ice. Under here is also ice. So items, in this case wheat and seeds, when they're swept away by water on ice, move very fast. So I took advantage of that. I dug the channels and let all the ice form. And if we come over here, the collection area is guarded by my wolf, or one of my wolves. He may currently be the only one that hasn't fallen in lava at some point. Down here, this area still isn't done, but this is the collection area. I'm sort of limited into what I can do with it because this is kind of the maximum lighting level. If I put torches anywhere closer to the walls, it will melt ice channels. So I'm a little limited there. But each of the water channels drops down into one of these channels here. I picked up the glass that I dropped previously. Sorry, wolf. So my wheat hasn't fully grown in yet, so we're going to grab some bone meal and take care of that real quick. It's a different kind of gate that I've played around with a little bit in building this. At one point I had the gates on all four sides, but I decided that I didn't like that as much. For one thing, it was too easy to go in one side and then out the other. For another thing, this area ended up to be one block further on each side than I anticipated because I had to put down this half block. As you can kind of see, there's the water underneath that hydrates 4 blocks in each direction. The side channels hydrate the rest of the wheat area, but I had to put down some block here to catch the water, otherwise the water falling down this channel would just hit the hydration water block and wouldn't spread out. But as soon as I added that extra drop to the water, because it hits the middle and then has another drop before shooting out the sides, that made the water extend 1 block further than I had originally anticipated when I was planning things out. Okay, I think that's everything, or at least close enough to everything. Right now the harvesting switch is also by the wolf. Part of me wants to move it down into the harvest room underneath. Part of me doesn't because it's kind of a lot of fun to watch wheat get harvested. So you can see everything zipping away. It does seem to be a dead spot here. Doesn't seem like there should be, but looks like there is a dead spot at each corner. I'll have to find a resolution for that. And the anticipated dead spot is here, but I don't consider that one to be a big deal because I'll have to walk right over it in order to replant each time anyway. The one on the other corners is problematic though. That was an odd jump there. Let's check the harvest. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. So actually I thought this was going to be slightly less productive than the old farm, but it's actually almost exactly the same. So that's encouraging. I think it's only two bundles of wheat smaller than the old step farm that I showed before. And I think it's a lot more attractive. I don't think it's actually any smaller because while it's not as deep this direction, it is almost twice as wide. But at the same time, it just seems less obtrusive. It's not a giant Goliath in the corner of my structure here. Plus I like glowstone, so... There is Wheat Farm version 2.0. Thank you for watching.